and Merry Christmas from the Giddy Carousel of Pop. It's Simon here, and joining me as ever, though he's miles and miles away, we'll always be together in electric dreams. Is Mr. Gavin Hogg?
Oh, thanks, Simon. We will, won't we? Together in electric dreams forever and ever.
Well, that's what you've got to do when you're in Tier 3. So, so you may be wondering what we're doing here, but while the carousel is undergoing essential repairs and safety checks, we're jumping on for a sneaky test ride to bring you the Quizorilliant Giddy Carousel of Pop Christmas quiz. Although it'd be good any time of year, really. Gavin, do you want to tell us what it's all about?
I certainly can, Si. So what we've done, it's a very heavily 80s influenced quiz, as you'd expect. And every question is either based on Smash Hits reader polls from years gone by, or it's taken from an actual quiz that was printed in the hits itself. So, dear listeners and riders on the carousel, we've got 10 rounds of 5 questions each for you. That's 50 questions altogether. So if you want to grab yourself a pen and paper, jot down your answers as we go. And obviously at the end of the quiz, we'll give you all the answers. And then we can see who is bound for the dumper, who is circling le dumper, and who is riding high on the thrilling, the dizzy, and the giddy carousel of pop.
Shall we do it?
Let's do it, baby! Round 1 is from the 1984 Smash Hits Readers poll. What I've done is I've taken 5 of the different categories, and I've chosen 4 of the top 20 from each of those. And you've got to pick which the winning item, or, you know, the winning band, the winning video, whatever it was, which one was it? So it'll make sense when we start. Question 1 is best video for the year. So for 1984, which was the best video? Your choices are The Reflex by Duran Duran, Wild Boys, also by Duran Duran, as Tony Blackburn would say, Blue Jean by David Bowie, or Two Tribes by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. So that's The Reflex, Wild Boys, Blue Jean, or Two Tribes. Which one of those finished top of the best video category for 1984? Question 2, Prat of the Year. That's a word you don't hear very often these days, isn't it?
It's not, is it, at all? No.
It's a very 80s word. Your choices are Boy George, Arthur Scargill, Maggie Thatcher, or Steve Wright. Okay, so for Prat of the Year, Boy George, Arthur Scargill, Maggie Thatcher, or Steve Wright. I know who I would choose. Question number 3, most fanciful female. Ooh. Some hot, sizzling hot competition in this one, let me tell you. It is either Madonna, Jay Aston, off of Bucks Fizz, Kim Wilde, off of Kim Wilde, and Bo Derek. Okay, so most fanciful female, was it Madonna, Jay Aston, Kim Wilde, or Bo Derek? Question 4, the best male singer. Choose between Holly Johnson, George Michael, Simon Le Bon Bon, or Howard Jones. So that's Holly, George Michael, Simon Le Bon Bon, or Howard Jones. And the final question in this round, event of the year. What event really stuck in the minds of the readers of Smash Hits in 1984? Was it the banning of Relax by the BBC, Boy George bleaching his hair, Wham reaching number 1, or Roger Taylor's wedding? That's Roger Taylor out of Duran Duran, not out of Queen. So, event of the year, was it the banning of Relax, Boy George bleaching his hair, Wham reaching number 1, or Roger Taylor's wedding? That's the end of round 1. Si, what are you going to hit us with in round 2?
Well, round 2, we're going to just slide into the 90s. The 9th to the 22nd of January 1991, the last edition of Smash Hits I ever bought. Back in the day. That's not one of the questions, by the way. That's not part of the quiz. The quiz is Pop Siblings. Now, I've just taken these questions and answers as they are in Smash Hits, as I've done for all the rounds that I've compiled. So if any of the answers are wrong, it's them, not me. Blame them. Just absolving myself of responsibility there.
Absolutely fair enough.
No, there's no multiple choice answers on this. So it's just the questions. And here we go. So this is Pop Siblings from the Puzzle Pullout in January 1991. Question 1. Who has a brother called Christopher who acts as artistic director when she goes on tour? So who has a brother called Christopher who acts as artistic director when she goes on tour? Question number 2. Which member of which group appeared in Smash Hits with a tattooed brother called Jim? So that's question 2. Which member of which group appeared in Smash Hits with a tattooed brother called Jim? I'll just shuffle about a bit and let my stool creak while you think about that one. Question number 3 in Pop Siblings. In which group are Lee and Neil in? In which group are Lee and Neil in? So that's question number 3. Question number 4. Which group are sisters Wendy and Carney in? So that's question number 4. Which group are sisters Wendy and Carney in? Carney is spelled Carnie, in case you were wondering. And question number 5, the last of round 2. Which of the following groups have no brothers or sisters in? Now, there is a multiple choice thing going on here. So which of the following groups have no brothers or sisters in? The Righteous Brothers, the Reynolds Girls, and the Sisters of Mercy. So that's question number 5. Which of the following groups have no brothers or sisters in? The Righteous Brothers, the Reynolds Girls, and the Sisters of Mercy. And that brings to a close round 2.
Okay, so how are we doing out there at the moment? Pop kids, you've had 10 questions. I don't know how you're feeling so far. I think there was a few tricky ones in that last one, weren't there?
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm not sure I would have got some of those. Okay, round 3 comes from the Smash Hits It's a Swizz quiz, which was published on the 31st of July, 1985. And this round concerns pop stars in films. You've got a 50-50 chance with all of these because they're all true or false. And the question is, did these pop stars appear in these movies? So, question number 1. The Clash in King of Comedy. Did they appear in it? True or false? Simple as that. The Clash in King of Comedy. Question 2. Frankie Goes to Hollywood in Body Double. Not a film I've ever heard of. Have you, Si?
No, I can't say I'm aware of that one, no.
I did check it out on the internet and the answer is correct. But yes. Number 3. Nick Kershaw in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Have you heard of that one, Si? Raiders, it's very big film.
I've seen it a time or two, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Was Nick Kershaw in it? This is the question. Number 4, Adamant in Jubilee. Was Adamant in the film called Jubilee? And the final question of this round, Jim Kerr, who was on the front cover of our very first ride on the Giddy Carousel, wasn't he?
He was indeed.
Wearing that big daft coat he had.
Yeah.
Looking like a Sontarian, I think we decided in the end that's what they were. Was he in the film Grand Prix, or Grand Prix, if you're not as educated as I am? I believe it's Grand Prix, yes.
Very la-di-da. Is that all your questions for that round?
That concludes round 3.
Okay.
What have we got for round 4?
Round 4 is the Swizzled Up Lyrics round from the This Looks Like a Ruddy Pervy Old Quiz If You Ask Me quiz from February 1986. So the following are bits from 2 different song lyrics stuck together. Which 2 songs? So it's lyrics from 2 different songs that have been bashed together, and you've got to identify the 2 songs that each set of lyrics comes from. So lyric mashup number 1. They didn't say mashup in 1986 though, did they?
No.
Lyrics stuck together, number 1. Last night, me and Kate, we laid in bed talking about Samantha Fox. That's question 1. Last night, me and Kate, we laid in bed talking about Samantha Fox. So you're looking for 2 songs there. There's lyrics from 2 songs that have been stuck together to make 1 song. Number 2. Marconi plays the Mamba. Listen to my yo-yo in the garden. Marconi plays...
That's a great lyric, actually. I like that.
Marconi plays the Mamba. Listen to my yo-yo in the garden. Number 3, and these it's from, like I say, it's from March 1986, and some of these are taking me back right to that time, I tell you. Number 3, if there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't cover me in a cheesecake mix. So number 3, if there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't cover me in a cheesecake mix.
I think those words still stand today as well, don't they? That's solid advice.
It's how I live my life.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I live my life. Question number 4 for round 4. Meanwhile, in Cuckoo Land, please let me lay your tile. Meanwhile, in Cuckoo Land, please let me lay your tile. As in bathroom tiles or kitchen tiles. That's what the kind of tile we're talking about there, probably. And number 5. One in a Greenland, one in Iceland, from Lake Geneva to the Finland station. So that's number 5. One in a Greenland, one in Iceland, from Lake Geneva to the Finland station. And that concludes the Swizzed Up lyrics for round 4.
Again, there's a few tricky ones in there, aren't there?
Yeah.
Things I remembered, but then I would only know half of it or whatever. But yeah. There's some quite strange words going on in that as well.
Yes.
Right. This one is another true or false, like the last one. This was taken from 6th of December 1984. So, 5 questions. Round 5. Are you ready? Let's go. Question number 1. Bill Wyman of the Rolling Stones is only 5 years younger than Margaret Thatcher. True or false? Bill Wyman of the Stones is only 5 years younger than Maggie Thatcher. Question 2. Frankie Goes to Hollywood did the backing vocals on a single by ABC. Did Frankie do the backing vocals on a single by ABC? True or false? Question number 3. 7 pairs of flares belonging to Howard Jones were recently auctioned in aid of charity by Sotheby's in London. Did Howard Jones auction off 7 pairs of his old flares for charity? Question 4, the penultimate question. Andy Taylor's first name is Keith. Is Andy Taylor's first name really Keith? And the last question of this round. Culture Club used to be called the Sex Gang Children. Is that true or false? An early iteration of Culture Club were the Sex Gang Children. And that is the end of round 5.
We should have said, actually, that if you do need to pause at any point, please do. You know how to use a pause button and then resume play.
We haven't got like a camera in your house.
Yeah.
You know, you can do it. It's fine.
Yeah, work out your own timings and then press play again when you're ready.
Yeah.
Or you could even rewind if you wanted to listen to the questions again.
If you need a brew, if you need to go to the loo, out like that, just go for it.
We're at the halfway point already. It's flying by. So round 6. This is the Pops What's Ahoy quiz from April 1987. And this particular round is who said these interesting things to smash hits in recent months. So you need to think about pop stars of the time, April 1987, the Pops What's Ahoy quiz. Each of these questions is just a quote. So it's going to be me pretending to be a pop star. I won't be doing any funny voices or anything like that because that might give you a clue. And also some of the voices I can't do, and it'd probably just be insulting for the person who I'm actually quoting. So these were our actual quotes taken from interviews that appeared in Smash Hits and were compiled for this quiz in 1987. So question number 1, our first quote. Limbo was quite nice. I always imagined it being a kind of pale blue. Quote number 1. Limbo was quite nice. I always imagined it being a kind of pale blue. Quote number 2. You usually ask people what it's like to be a lamppost, don't you? Ah. I'm just reading out what it says here. You usually ask people what it's like to be a lamppost, don't you? Ah. It's not a pirate.
You do a great face when you do that as
Thank
well.
you.
So.
Good job this is not a video podcast. Quote number 3, should I say. Not question number 3, but quote number 3. What's budgie? Is that a vegetable? A bird? I didn't know that, actually. That sounds interesting. In fact, I think I'll get one. So that's quote number 3. Quote number 3. What's budgie? Is that a vegetable? A bird? I didn't know that, actually. That sounds interesting. In fact, I think I'll get one. Ah, dear. Quote number 4. How can anyone be in a group called Gwen Guthrie? So that's quote number 4. How can anyone be in a group called Gwen Guthrie? I mean, the answer is that they can't. But anyway, quote number 5. One horrible thing that happened was we got sent a package that was a dead bird filled with maggots with no letter of explanation. It's strange, isn't it? Quote number 5. One horrible thing that happened was we got sent a package that was a dead bird filled with maggots with no letter of explanation. It's strange, isn't it? And that concludes round 6.
Very nice. Round 7 is actually quite a similar round. This time it's from 27th of September 1984, and it's who said what about who?
Ooh.
Should it be whom? Whom?
Ooh.
I don't know. Well, yeah, that's what it said in Smash It. So who said what about who? But yeah.
That's fine.
So for some of these questions, it will tell you who was talking, and then you have to guess who they're talking about. And in other ones, it's got a quote, and you have to try and guess who actually said the initial quote. It'll become clear when I read them out. Okay, number 1. Who was Tom Bailey out of the Thompson Twins talking about? I wouldn't like to be stuck in a lift with him. I'm not one of those people who thinks he's got it sussed at all. And what's more, I don't think that just because he puts a suit on, he becomes Mr. Sartorial Elegance 1980s. It doesn't work with me.
Ooh.
I'll read that one more time. So Tom Bailey has got right riled about someone. He says...
He has, hasn't he?
He really has.
Calm down, matey.
I wouldn't like to be stuck in a lift with him. I'm not one of those people who thinks he's got it sussed at all. And what's more, I don't think that just because he puts a suit on, he becomes Mr. Sartorial Elegance 1980s. It doesn't work with me. He's gone a bit Alan Bennett there, hasn't he, Tom Bailey?
Yeah.
Question 2. Who said a drunken goat could direct a Duran Duran video? Which is fair comment. A drunken goat could direct a Duran Duran video. Who said that? Question number 3. Who said, I think my 6 whippets are more interesting than the current music scene? I think my 6 whippets are more interesting than the current music scene. Question 4. This time it's John Lydon talking, and you have to guess who Johnny Rotten is talking about here. The only people I hate in this business are suits, people who spout that this is the only way. So John Lydon, out of Public Image Limited, is talking about who? The only people I hate in this business are suits, people who spout that this is the only way. And the final question of this round, who was Pete Burns talking about when he said, they're just 2 toothpaste ads with a microphone, aren't they? They're just 2 toothpaste ads with a microphone, aren't they? Pete Burns there talking about one of his pop rivals on the Giddy Carousel, or maybe down Le Dumper. Who was it he was talking about? That is the end of round 7.
Oh, marvellous. Round 8 takes us back to 1982, and these are more traditional type questions. And these were from the Smash Hits quiz book, which was, it was pages that you could pull out over several weeks in June and July 1982. And when you fold them up and put them together, it made a little quiz book. So I've gone through and selected some of the questions from the various artists rounds that pop up in that little quiz book. So question 1. It was the Specials' first single and the debut release on Two Tone. Name, please. So it was the Specials' first single and the debut release on Two Tone. Name, please. Question 2. Duran Duran's latest video was shot in which island in the Indian Ocean? And just remember, we are talking about June and July 1982 here. Question number 3. Who made an album called Sheep Farming in Barnet? Question 3. Who made an album called Sheep Farming in Barnet? And I'll do that one more time because I didn't say album correctly. Question number 3. Who made an album called Sheep Farming in Barnet? Question number 4. What do the following groups have in common? Madness, Talk Talk, Motorhead, and Visage. And Smash Hits have put, it's a difficult one, this. So that's question number 4. What do the following groups have in common? Madness, Talk Talk, Motorhead, and Visage. It's a difficult one, this. And a final question for round 8. Question number 5. What do Paul McCartney, Johnny Rotten, Hugh Cornwell, and Sophia Loren have in common? So what do Paul McCartney, Johnny Rotten, Hugh Cornwell and Sophia Loren have in common? And that brings to a close round 8 of our quiz.
Very good. So for round 9, we're going to go back to doing a reader's poll round. So if you remember, like round 1, I'm going to give you a category and 4 of the 20 finalists, if you like, and you've got to select the one which was the winner in the Smash Hits Readers poll from 1982. So question number 1. What was voted the most annoying record that year? Your choices are Pass the Duchy by Musical Youth, What by Captain Sensible, W-O-T, exclamation mark, Da 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 by Trio, and 7 Tears by the Goombay Dance Band. So your choices again are Pass the Duchy, What by Captain Sensible, Da Da Da, and 7 Tears by the Goombay Dance Band. Question number 2. What was voted the best radio show? Your choices are Simon Bates, The Top 40 Show, Peter Powell, or Mike Reid. So that's Simon Bates, The Top 40 Show, Peter Powell, or Mike Reid. Number 3. This time we're going to look at the most promising new act. So cast your mind back to 1982. What do you think the most promising new act was? Was it Tears for Fears, Blue Zoo, Orange Juice, or Talk Talk? That's Tears for Fears, Blue Zoo, Orange Juice, or Talk Talk. Question 4. Who was voted the best female singer by the readers in 82? Was it Mary Wilson, Alison Moyet, or Alf as she was known then, Toya, or Claire Grogan? So your choices are Mary Wilson, Alison Moyet, stroke Alf, Toya, or Claire Grogan. When did Alf change into Alison Moyet? Was it when she left Yazoo?
Yeah. Yeah, it was when she went solo, because the first album was called Alf, but it was by Alison Moyet. Yeah.
Ah. And the final question in this readers' poll round was, what was the best TV programme of that year? Was it the Kenny Everett television show, Top of the Pops, Fame, or Dallas? All big hitters, but which was the number 1? Was it Kenny Everett television show, Top of the Pops, Fame, or Dallas? Okay, we're on to the very, very final round now. We've had 45 questions. Si, over to you for the last 5.
Oh, crikey. Right, so round 10. It's a good old true or false to finish with. This is from the Put the Kettle on Mother, I'm Parched Tea Time quiz from March 1988. Which of the following statements about pop stars are true and which are complete lies? So we've got 5. And number 1, Marty Pellow from Wet Wet Wet's very first bicycle came disguised as a red London bus with a horn on it. True or false? Marty Pellow from Wet Wet Wet's very first bicycle came disguised as a red London bus with a horn on it.
This is like a question out of Shooting Stars with Vic and Bob, isn't it? Is it true or is it false? We just don't know.
Question number 2. Bono, that'll be him out of U2, Bono once lobbed some doggy-doo onto the head of his Spanish teacher at school. Is that true or false? Bono once lobbed some doggy-doo onto the head of his Spanish teacher at school. Sorry. Question number 3. True or false? When Luke Goss from Bros was born, his skin was blue. True or false? When Luke Goss from Bros was born, his skin was blue. Question number 4. Debbie Gibson's cat, Mifkins, is allergic to cat food and will only eat cauliflower, Smarties, and braised pork. True or false? Debbie Gibson's cat, Mifkins, is allergic to cat food and will only eat cauliflower, Smarties, and braised pork. And our final question of the whole Giddy Carousel of Pop Christmas quiz is... Well, we've had a question about Debbie Gibson, so we've got to have a question about Tiffany. Now, so true or false, Tiffany won her school essay competition when she was 7 with the celebrated pennage, When I Am a Nurse. She won a $3 book token, but she lost it. So question number 5 of round 10, Tiffany won her school essay competition when she was 7 with the celebrated pennage, When I Am a Nurse, ... or ellipses, if you want to give it its correct name. She won a $3 book token, but she lost it. Is that true or false? And there you go. If you want to press pause or rewind, listen to any of the questions again, please do. But if you come back to this point in the podcast, then you shall get your answers. All shall be revealed.
Okay, welcome back. You've heard the questions. Are you ready for the answers?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. This is where the fun starts, my friends. Okay, the first round was the 1984 Smash Hits Readers poll. I asked you what was the best video. I let you choose from The Reflex and Wild Boys, both by Duran Duran, Blue Jean by Bowie, and Two Tries by Frankie. And the correct answer was Wild Boys by Duran Duran. 1 point if you got that. Reflex was number 3, Two Tribes was number 4, and Blue Jean was number 8. Bowie at number 8, Sigh.
What's going on there?
I know, it's not good, is it? Number 2, Pratt of the Year. Your choices were Boy George, Arthur Scargill, Margaret Thatcher, and Steve Wright. And they were actually in that order. That was the order they came in. Boy George was voted number 1. Arthur Scargill came in at 6. Maggie Thatcher was 13. And Steve Wright was 16. I'd have voted Steve Wright, I think, or Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, Steve Wright needs to be further higher up that list.
I still vote for him every year, though.
Yeah.
Even now. Most fanciful female. Your choices were Madonna, Jay Aston, Kim Wilde, or Bo Derek. And the winner was Kim Wilde. Not Madonna, surprisingly enough, perhaps. She came 3rd, Jay Aston was 4th, and Bo Derek was equal 8th with Victoria Principal. Best male singer.
That's the times, isn't it, that? Blimey.
Yeah, isn't it? Really makes me feel old. Question 4 was best male singer, and you could choose from Holly Johnson, George Michael, Simon Le Bon, and Howard Jones. No surprises, I'm guessing. If you said Simon Le Bon, you were correct. George Michael was 2nd, Howard Jones was 4th, and Holly was 9th. Perhaps a surprise with number... Perhaps a surprise in the final round, event of the year. Your choices were the banning of Relaxed by the BBC. Your choices were the banning of Relaxed by the BBC, Boy George bleaching his hair, Wham reaching number 1, or Roger Taylor's Wedding. And the winner was Roger Taylor's Wedding.
Wowzer.
I know. I mean, it's not even one of the cool ones like Duran Duran. It's Roger. Yeah. I mean, if it was like Nick or John Taylor or Le Bon Bon, maybe. But yeah. But that was the event of the year. Banning of Relax was 2. Wham reaching number 1 was number 8. And Boy George came in at number 12 for bleaching his hair.
These are the things that we remember.
Yeah, different times. After a year like this, you know, COVID and Brexit and Trump and everything else. And but yeah, in 1984... Boy George bleaching his hair was the 12th most important thing that happened to Smash Hits readers. I miss those days.
Yeah. Round 2 then. Your answers for Pop Siblings from January 1991. Question number 1. Who has a brother called Christopher who acts as artistic director when she goes on tour? The answer is Madonna. Question number 2. Pop Siblings. Which member of which group appeared in Smash Hits with a tattooed brother called Jim? And that was Donnie Wahlberg of New Kids on the Block. I thought they were all related in New Kids on the Block anyway, for somehow. But yeah, I don't really remember them very well. But anyway, that was who. So the answer for question number 2 on round 2 is Donnie Wahlberg of New Kids on the Block. Question number 3. In which group are Lee and Neil in? And they are the Mathers brothers in the Lars. So the Mathers brothers are in the Lars. Question number 4. Which group are sisters Wendy and Carney in? You should have all got this one. That's the Wilson sisters, and they're in Wilson Phillips. And question number 5 of round 2. Which of the following groups have no brothers or sisters in? The Righteous Brothers, the Reynolds Girls, and the Sisters of Mercy. Should have got 2 answers here. The Sisters of Mercy and the Righteous Brothers. And that's your answers for round 2.
Okie dokie. Round 3 from the Smash It's a Swizz quiz from 1985. These are all just true or false ones. Did these pop stars appear in these films? So number 1 was, did the Clash appear in The King of Comedy? They did, so that's a true. Frankie Goes to Hollywood in Body Double, also true. They did appear in that scene. Nick Kershaw in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now, Si, you said you'd seen this film a few times. Do you remember Nick Kershaw in it?
Was he one of the Germans?
No, it was false. He wasn't. Adamant was in Jubilee, so that's true. That was a Derek Jarman film that Toya was also in. And question 5, it asked if Jim Kerr had been in a film called Grand Prix, and that was a false.
Okay, round 4, Swizzed Up Lyrics, and this is from March 1986. So what we're looking for in this one is 2 song titles. If you get the artist as well, then fine. But half a point for each correct answer, and we're looking for 2 correct answers for each question. Last night, me and Kate, we laid in bed talking about Samantha Fox. The answer, what we're looking for here is Bruce Springsteen, My Hometown, and Elton John, Wrap Her Up. Question number 2. Marconi plays the Mamba. Listen to my yo-yo in the garden. The answer here, Jefferson Starship. It's staying here, but I think they were just Starship by this point.
They were.
Yeah, so Starship. And We Built This City, which has been stuck together with Cloud Busting by Kate Bush. Number 3. The 2 lyrics stuck together here are, if there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't cover me in a cheesecake mix. And the answer we're looking for here, well, there's 2 possible artists that Smash Hits have given, Led Zeppelin or the Far Corporation with Stairway to Heaven. And the second lyric is Torture by King. I'm sure we all remember that one really well. Question number 4, our 2 lyrics stuck together. Meanwhile in Cuckoo Land, please let me lay your tile. The answer is Nick Kershaw, When a Heart Beats. And the second lyric is Full Force, Alice, I Want You Just for Me. I'm sure the tile is probably a reference to Alice in Wonderland, I'm sure. But I don't really know.
I don't know either, sir.
And the final question in this round is 1 in a Greenland, 1 in a Iceland, from Lake Geneva to the Finland station. And that is, well, this is an incredible mashup here. Sophia George, Girly Girly, and Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls. So half a point each, half a point for each one you got right. Sophia George, Girly Girly, and Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls. That was the easy part of that, but West End Girls. I wouldn't have got the first part.
No, definitely not. Right, round 5. So this, by the time we get to the end of this round, we'll be halfway through the quiz. This is another true or false round from 1984 this time. So the first question was, Bill Wyman of the Rolling Stones is only 5 years younger than Margaret Thatcher. That was false. He's actually 10 years younger. So although he is younger, he's not 5 years younger. Question number 2, Frankie Goes to Hollywood did the backing vocals on a single by ABC. That is actually true. Their single SOS, they did backing vocals, maybe the Trevor Horn connection. Question number 3. 7 pairs of flares belonging to Howard Jones were recently auctioned in aid of charity for Sotheby's in London. I'd love to believe that is true, but sadly it's false. And it's not false because it was actually 6 pairs or 10 pairs. It just says false. So, yeah, I just don't think it happened at all. Andy Taylor's first name is Keith. That is also false, unfortunately. But the final question of this round is true. When Culture Club first started, they were called the Sex Gang Children. Apparently, when John Moss, the drummer, joined, he insisted they change their name. And possibly for good reason, because I don't imagine they'd have had the success they had called the Sex Gang Children. Yeah. I know it was different times, but they weren't that different, were they? So, yeah, I think John did well there, insisting they change the name. So we're halfway through. That's 25 so far. So hopefully you're going to be in double figures by now, at least. Although if you're not in double figures by now, you could be heading for the dumper, but you've still got a bit of time to pull it round. Regard carefully the signs pointing you in the direction of the Giddy Carousel of Pop and try just to correct your momentum and, turn things round and get over that way.
Right, so round 6. Who said these interesting things to Smash Hits in recent months? Recent months being April 1987, when this quiz came out. So, number 1, Limbo was quite nice. I always imagined it being a kind of pale blue. And the answer you're looking for there is Neil Tennant of the Pet Shop Boys. That's Neil Tennant of the Pet Shop Boys, your answer to number 1. Round 6, question number 2. You usually ask people what it's like to be a lamppost, don't you? Ah! The answer there is taffy. So I don't know if Taffy looked like a lamppost. I can't really remember. Question number 3, possibly my favourite of this round. Who said this to Smash Hits? What's budgie? Is that a vegetable? A bird? I didn't know that, actually. That sounds interesting. In fact, I think I'll get one. The answer is all there in the question. It's Joey Tempest of Europe.
Oh.
Because lots of people had budgies called Joey. It was a popular name for budgies back then.
I was thinking it might be one of the Goss brothers, because it sounds like the kind of thing they would say.
It does, actually, yeah. Question number 4. Who said this? How can anyone be in a group called Gwen Guthrie? So how can anyone be in a group called Gwen Guthrie? And the answer there is Wayne Hussey of The Mission. I mean, who could be in a group called The Mission, Wayne Hussey? And question number 5, who said this? One horrible thing that happened was we got sent a package that was a dead bird filled with maggots with no letter of explanation. It's strange, isn't it? That happened to Alison Moyet. So that's the end of round 6. Alison Moyet got a dead bird filled with maggots and no letter of explanation. Had it come with a letter, that would have been all right.
Yeah. Be like, oh, I understand why this happened. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, round 7. Who said what about who? From 27th of September 1984. The first quote was from Tom Bailey, and you had to say who he was talking about. His quote was, I wouldn't like to be stuck in a lift with him. I'm not one of those people who think he's got it all sussed out at all. And what's more, I don't think that just because he puts a suit on, he becomes Mr. Sartorial Elegance 1980s. It doesn't work with me. The answer was Paul Weller.
All right, okay.
Yeah, it's not a lot of love lost there between Tom and Paul, apparently. Question 2, and you may well get this because it's very much in keeping with his persona at the time. A drunken goat could direct a Duran Duran video. That was Morrissey. Number 3, if you know a fact about him and his dogs, you'll get this, because the answer was, I think my 6 Whippets are more interesting than the current music scene. And probably the only kind of pop star that I know who ever kept with Whippets was Billy Mackenzie. And the answer is Billy Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Out of the Associates. Question 4, you had to guess who John Lydon was talking about when he said, the only people I hate in this business are suits, people who spout that this is the only way. And he was talking about the Smiths. Probably more about Morrissey than the Smiths, but yeah, it says the Smiths was the answer. But we will accept Morrissey. And question number 5, which is really good, who was Pete Burns talking about? They're just 2 toothpaste ads with microphones, aren't they? And the answer was Wham. Which is very cutting, isn't it?
He's bang on.
Yeah. It's hard to argue, isn't it?
Right, round 8, the Smash Hits quiz book from June and July 1982. 5 questions taken from the various artist sections of the quiz book. And question number 1, it was the Specials' first single and debut release on Two Tone. Name, please. And the answer we're looking for there is Gangsters. You knew that, didn't you? You knew that. Of course you knew that. Question number 2. Duran Duran's latest video, bearing in mind this is summer 1982, was shot in which island in the Indian Ocean? And the answer we're looking for there is Sri Lanka. Number 3. Who made an album called Sheep Farming in Barnet? And the answer we're looking for there is Toyah. Question number 4. Now, Smash Hits thought this was a difficult one. Whoever wrote these questions was clearly really pleased with themselves when they wrote this question. What do the following groups have in common? Madness, Talk Talk, Motorhead, and Visage. Give you a moment to think about that. The answer is they've all recorded a song whose title is the same as their name. I think that's an easy one. But anyway. That's what time does to these questions. Question number 5. What do Paul McCartney, Johnny Rotten, Hugh Cornwell and Sophia Loren have in common? They've all spent short terms in jail. There you go. Point for each correct answer.
Okay. The penultimate round, round 9, is another Smash Hits Readers Poll round, this time from 1982. First question was, what was the most annoying record in that year? And your choices were Pass the Dutchie by Musical Youth, What by Captain Sensible, Da 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 by Trio, and 7 Tears by Goombay Dance Band. What would you have voted for, Si?
I'd have probably gone for 7 Tears.
I think I would as well.
Yeah.
But no, that only came in at number 3. Da 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 by Trio was number 4. Pass the Dutchie was number 5. Most annoying record, according to the readers in 82, was Captain Sensible's what? Which I don't think was that bad. Like you say, compared to Seven Tears, I mean, blimey.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
There we go.
Give me the good captain any day.
Yeah, too right. Question number 2, the best radio show. Simon Bates, the Top 40 Show, Peter Powell or Mike Reed. So Simon Bates came in at number 10. Top 40 Show came in at number 2. Peter Powell came in at number 5. And Mike Reed won. Oh. He's the winner, Mr. Mike Reed.
Blimey.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, rolls eyes. Question number 3. Most promising new act. Your choices were Tears for Fears, Blue Zoo, Orange Juice or Talk Talk. So that's Tears for Fears, Blue Zoo, who they, Orange Juice or Talk Talk. And the winner was Tears for Fears. Talk Talk came in at number 5, Blue Zoo at number 8. Still not bad, considering who will have remembered them anymore. I don't know. I vaguely remember them. But Orange Juice came in at number 9. Question number 4, best female singer. Choices were Mary Wilson, Alison Moyet, stroke Alf, Toya or Claire Grogan. Claire Grogan came in at number 10. Mary Wilson came in at 5. Alison Moyet came in at 3. Toya won. Toya.
Wowzer.
Best female singer. Yeah. Right, I know. And the last one, the last question, best TV programme. Your choices were, and there were some big hitters in this. There was Dallas, Fame, Top of the Pops, or the Kenny Everett television show. The winner was Top of the Pops. Fame came in at number 2. Kenny Everett came in at number 5. And Dallas, surprisingly, a bit lower than you might have thought, number 10. And that's the end of that round. On to the last round, Si.
Yeah.
It's going to be some people sweating now, aren't there? Some people might be into the 40s.
Oof.
Might even be trying to get... Do you think anyone's going to get 50 out of 50?
I don't know. You're just talking about people's age here.
Yeah. That's very true.
That's rude. So round 10, our final round, the true or false round from the Put the Kettle on Mother, I'm Parched Tea Time quiz from March 1988. And which of the following statements about pop stars are true and which are complete lies? And we're looking for true or false answers here. So question number 1. Marty Pellow from Wet Wet Wet's very first bicycle came disguised as a red London bus with a horn on it. That was true.
Flipping heck.
I don't know anything about the story, but that was true. Question number 2. Bono once lobbed some doggy do on the head of his Spanish teacher at school, or that would be mierda. I can't remember what dog is in Spanish. It's a long time since I did my GCSE Spanish. The answer to that one is true. Bono did lob some doggy do onto the head of his Spanish teacher at school. Naughty Bono.
I've got a feeling we might have briefly covered that story when we did the episode with Kath Sked, the one with you two on the front, and there was a bit of a profile about each member.
I do remember that, yes.
And I'm sure there was something about lobbing some dog do over a hedge at a teacher.
I think you might be right. Question number 3. When Luke Goss from Bros was born, his skin was blue. True or false? It's true, of course.
Again, we covered that in the episode with Rachel Galloway.
We did, yeah.
I'm sure that came up.
Question number 4. Debbie Gibson's cat Mifkins is allergic to cat food and will only eat cauliflower, Smarties and braised pork. I think if you fed your cat that, it would soon be dead. So that answer that we're looking for there is false. And the last question is Tiffany won her school essay competition when she was 7 with the celebrated pennage, When I Am a Nurse. She won a $3 book token, but she lost it. Now, it sounded entirely plausible to me, so I was quite surprised when this one turned out to be false.
Oof.
So we are looking for a false response there to the final question of our quiz. So how did you get on?
Me? I got 50.
I'm not you, I'm talking to the listener.
Oh, right. Okay, so that's all the questions and answers. So how did you get on? Do let us know. Get in touch on Twitter, on Facebook or Instagram and tell us. Just search for Giddy Pop Pod. Yeah,
we'd be interested to know, because a lot of it will rely on how good your memory is for old features in smash hits.
I think what we need to do, Si, is perhaps we should do a thing like when you do a quiz in a magazine, and if your score is between such and such, you're in this category, and such and such. So I'm thinking, if your score is between 0 and 20, you're down the dumper, aren't you?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I think if you're 21 to 30, you're circling le dumper. And I think if you're 31 plus, you're riding high in the Giddy Carousel of Pop. In fact, I think if you're 40 plus, you're in the prime seat on the carousel, aren't you?
Yeah, it's the golden ticket. You've got an endless ride.
You can skip the queue anytime you want, and you can always go on the most brightly and most freshly painted horse on the carousel. It's yours. It's got your name on it. You just go on it when you want.
So, yeah, please do let us know how you've got on. So in other news, you can now find our previous episodes, back issues, if you will, on that there YouTube. And if you head on over to our website, giddypoppod.home.blog, you'll also find all our previous episodes, along with all the links to the editions of Smash Hits that we've looked at thus far, along with the Spotify and YouTube playlists for each episode that add that extra layer of experience. And if you want to support us, you can do that by buying us a coffee, and we'd be forever in your debt if you did such a thing. It's ko-fi.com, so that's ko-fi, so it's almost like kofi.com, ko-fi.com/giddypoppod, and that's where you can go to do that. And since we were last with you, because we're having a little bit of a break, we've had a few more coffees bought for us, haven't we?
We have. So a very, very, very big and heartfelt thank you to Steve Fenton, Joe DB, and Ricardo Autobahn. That is much appreciated, and thank you for keeping the carousel spinning a bit longer, you guys.
And, well, I think that just about wraps things up. I think it just leaves us to say Happy Christmas, if you're listening to this before Christmas. Happy New Year, if you listen to this in the in-between period. And if you're listening to this in the new year, well, what's it like in 2021? Tell us.
Yeah, and we hope to be back amongst you before too long. But in the meantime, have a lovely break and look after yourselves, and we'll see you again very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.